migraine headache is an intense headache that doesn't necessarily grow so intense you can't function, even could cause you to vomit. Cluster headaches are those that increase every 10-20 minutes. They get worse and worse, so you can't function either. In fact, they call them suicide headaches because it's so intense and so overwhelming that people just want to commit suicide. Or take a gun and blow the brains out. An average headache is one that causes you pain but doesn't cause you to vomit, and makes it difficult to sleep sometimes and function. That's a normal headache. Now, the brain doesn't have any nerves in it, so you can do open brain surgery and still talk to the patient, and they'll never feel you picking around and cutting around in the brain. The nerves are in the meningi, which is about 11 layers thick of the brain. So when you have swelling in the brain, your body puts the pressure on the meningi, those anywhere from 8 to 11 layers of brain skin, and that causes your headache. 85% of all headaches are caused by salt, causes swelling in the body. Sodium is an explosive when isolated. It is a toxin even if it's mixed with iodine, sodium iodine, or potassium. It's still very toxic. When it's with iodine, which most table salt is, iodized salt, that is more dangerous because iodine is a poison. That's what they use as an antiseptic. So the sodium will go and cause these explosions in the body. Then the iodine will kill the natural bacteria, which would break down the dead tissue and remove it from the body and stops the bacteria from doing that job. So you have all this heavy contamination in the blood, the lymphatic system, and the neurological fluid because of the concentrated sodium that is isolated and not linked. When sodium occurs in a raw food, it is never an explosive. It will never cause a problem. But when you isolate it, cook it, the body isolates it. When it's in any kind of salt form, I don't care if it's, the Dead Sea salt. Salt is rock, and we don't eat it. Plants eat rock. Put rock salt, put the amount of salt that you eat on a plant, see what happens to it. Very few plants can live, like ground plants can live in a salt soil. Out there in the ocean, plenty, but they're meant to live in salt fluids. But land creatures aren't. Land plants aren't. So you put salt in your body, it's like putting salt on a plant. It will just burn the roots when it dies. Because it just explodes, blows up. If you want to really see how that works and proof about it, go online to any search engine and put YouTube or video frog legs salt. And you'll come up with a video where these three guys are entertainingly mocking me because I've said this about salt. And they salt dead frog legs. And all of a sudden, the more they salt it, the more they go into spasms. They spasm for 32 minutes. You only get to see 2.5 minutes of it. But they spasm for 32 minutes. These are dead frog legs, not attached, skin, and not attached to the frog. Yet you put pepper, now pepper is very hot and brazen, right? They put it on pepper, one twitch. That's it. Because salt is an explosive. Pepper is not. Pepper can be an irritant, but it's not an explosive. The only way you can get dead tissue to react is by putting an explosive on it, which sodium is, salt is. And even though it was iodized salt that they put on the frog legs, the frog legs instantly separated the sodium from the iodine within seconds of touching the flesh. of the frog legs. So the headache, that means that you've got high blood pressure in the brain and it's putting pressure on the meningi. And that's usually from salt. You can help get rid of salt contamination by drinking some sparkling mineral water, some lemon juice, and a little cream like I have in the book. And I have those headache formulas in We Want to Live. There are several of them. They almost always work except on some migraines and only reduce a little bit in cluster headaches. But they work pretty well. It's almost impossible to get rid of headaches because you've got to decontaminate the brain so it reduces swelling. Eating a lot of cheese helps. Pull the poisons into the intestines. Where the small no-salt cheese will collect it, hold on to it as long as you don't eat honey or fruit with the cheese, it will pass it out in the bowels. So you can reduce the load in the blood, the neurological fluid and lymph, so that the body is able to take more toxins out into those fluid systems and out of the brain. So even the cheese can reduce headaches tremendously, and the length of them. Cluster headaches can last 10 days, 10, 20 days.
Do you put the cream in the mineral water? Is that what you said?
Cream, honey, and lemon juice.
Cream?
Cream, honey, and lemon juice with the sparkling mineral water. It's in the We Want to Live under headaches.